Are you looking for fast-growing plants that are going to give your home that jungle vibe? In today's houseplant list, I have you covered. So first up is this beautiful Tradescantia, and this one is a super fast grower. You can see how bushy this one is, but it just keeps putting out loads of new vines, this one, and it's really beautiful. It gets very full very quickly. You can see you've got more than one vine growing from the other one, and you can also chop this one to encourage it to grow more. It's really good for propagating, and don't be afraid to do that because it will make it grow even faster and fuller, because you'll usually get more growth points from where you took the propagation from. But this one just adds a really nice splash of colour, I think. And yeah, it's a really good plant for spring. It stays nice and full and bushy, and yeah, you can take lots of propagations and give them away to your friends as well, which is really nice. And then another plant that grows super fast is this Epipremnum neon, and this one was tiny when I got it. I've only had it for one growing season, and I have actually chopped the ends of this one off this year because I've propagated from it, which is another great way to get it to grow even fuller. Again, this one responds really well to being chopped. But yeah, this one is one of my fastest growers, I would say, and I was quite surprised actually at how fast it grew. It was just a really tiny plant, and now it's really huge. So yeah, if you're looking for one that will grow super fast, I definitely recommend this one, and it has some really cool coloured leaves as well. Another fast grower for me is the Philodendron Brazil, and yeah, you can have this trailing or climbing. I've got it trailing here, and it seems to grow just as fast if you trail it. Some plants grow slower when you let them trail compared to on a pole, but this one grows super fast, and again, it also responds really well to being propagated. So don't be afraid to propagate because it will encourage it to grow even more. But yeah, this one's really prolific with its growth, and I really enjoy having this one in my collection. I've actually got two of these because I love it so much, and you get that kind of splashy variegation in the center too, which I think is really cool. It also has these really cool kind of heart-shaped leaves as well. And then this is probably one of my fastest growers for sure. This is the Syngonium white butterfly. You can see how many leaves this one has. It really is a prolific grower. It just keeps sprouting out more plants from the pot as well as the ones that are in there. Once it gets to a certain point, it will just start sprouting babies out from the soil. And yeah, I think this is probably my fastest growing Syngonium. I don't have another Syngonium that is quite this full. This one started out relatively small too when I got it, and I probably had it for a couple of years at least, and it just really grows so fast. I've given mine something to climb because it gets a little out of hand as it grows, because it tends to get quite heavy as it's a vining plant. So yeah, if you don't like the kind of heavy trailing look, I definitely recommend giving this one something to climb. But yeah, it definitely grows and grows, so be prepared for a very bushy Syngonium. I'm really looking forward to seeing how this one grows this spring, because last year it just grew so much, and I guess I probably need to give it a pole extension as well at some point. And then another plant that grows really fast is the Epipremnum pinnatum Cebu Blue, and during the growing season this one grows really fast. I will say that all the plants on this list, they do slow down during winter, but these are plants that grow fast during spring, summer, for me at least. They will continue to grow fast during winter if you keep their conditions stable, if you use heat and light to kind of mimic summer, but I don't do that, so mine tend to slow down. But during the growing season, you can see this one is vining off all over the place. It vines like this, and this one needs an extension. As you can see, it's just starting to spring into action for me now again because we're going into spring. The leaves start out like this, and if you have it trailing, they will stay kind of like this without the fenestrations, small and sort of long, but it's lovely as a trailing plant as well. And then as they mature, they start to get these fenestrations, and yeah, this one's not even that mature, so they will get even bigger than this. But yeah, it's a gorgeous plant. And then I'd probably say this might even be my fastest growing philodendron. This is Philodendron Silver Sword, but I only got this last year and it has grown so fast. I had to give it an extension. It just, yeah, it was a fairly small plant when I got it, and I think I've probably had it around 12 months now, but it's definitely one of the fastest growing philodendrons, and they don't all grow that fast. Some philodendrons go slower than others, but if you're looking for a fast one, definitely try this one out because it does seem to grow a lot. In fact, mine has continued to grow during the winter, but the leaves have just got a bit smaller, but certainly during spring, summer, lots of growth. Syngonium albo is another plant that is known for being very fast growing. This one is pretty prolific, and even though mine's still quite young at the moment, once they get going and you give them something to climb, they do grow really fast, and they do make a really good plant to propagate to. Or most fast growing plants are really good for propagating from because of course you get lots of growth, so there's lots of opportunities to propagate. But I just love this one because it's got the splashy variegation on it, and it's kind of a bit of a different shape to the Syngonium white butterfly. It's more kind of elongated, but I just love how you get all the different variegation on this one, and it is fairly easy to get hold of now, easier than it was. It's certainly not expensive, so you can probably find it online. I've never seen this one actually in person in the garden centre though, but it does seem to be pretty easy to get hold of online. It may be easier to get hold of in other countries, but here in the UK I've only seen it online, which for me was okay. I just ordered mine online and it seems fine. I'm really looking forward to seeing how it grows over spring. And then another super fast grower, this is the Philodendron Florida Green, and it just has these stunning shaped leaves. You will want to give this one something to climb. Mine is still small at the moment, but I will be giving it something to climb, and I'm really looking forward to seeing how much this one grows this year because this is the first season I've had it, and I've heard this is a super fast grower. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to seeing what progress it makes during spring, summer. But yeah, this one is really stunning. I mean, how could you not fall in love with those leaves? And you've got the kind of red petioles as well. Really beautiful plant. And yeah, I'd highly recommend it. It's very easy to care for as well. And yeah, just a super easy philodendron. And then one of my all-time favorites, this is the umbrella plant. This one is the one that I've had the longest, and it has just been growing so fast for me. I'm getting so much growth from it at the moment. In fact, this one has been growing even throughout winter too. I don't know why, because it doesn't usually, but this year it's just really kind of got established and it seems to be growing more than usual. But this will always be one of my all-time favourites, and you can of course get this anywhere. It's really easy to get hold of, and I think it's just a real classic as well. As it matures, it changes shape and turns into more like a tree form, and yeah, I couldn't recommend this one enough. It's really easy to care for as well as being fast growing, so definitely get yourself one of these if you fancy it. Let me know in the comments which of these houseplants were your favourites. Do you have any of them? Maybe you'd like to let everyone else know about some other fast growing plants. Thanks so much for watching today, guys, and I will see you in the next one. Take care.